Hi folks, welcome to round 4. We're on the play again. Nice. Let's see what we got. A bit of a clunky curve with the force of negation and cantrips, so I'm gonna keep this. Just need to cantrip into lands basically. Let's see. Mulligan against the 6 cards. So this force of negation might be good. And basically, the less fair a strategy is, the more likely they're to mulligan typically. So, well, they're only mulligan to 6. I'm just gonna say that increases the chance that force of negation is a good card. I'm definitely just gonna preordain in turn 1. What do we have here? Another Ponder and Chain Lightning. I think it's worth keeping the Ponder. We get another draw next turn just to hit our land naturally, but if we don't hit it, the Ponder looks at a lot more cards than just one random draw does. So. City of Brass. Okay, this might be a rough one. Looting. So, yeah, I think I have to force a negation this and just hope they don't have a LED or something to follow up and just go off. Okay. That's not a land. Let's ponder for our land here. That's not a land, and sadly the force will isn't good because we have 4 red cards. Like, I would have loved a force will there and probably would have kept force will ponder if we had a blue card. But since we don't have a blue card, I can't really keep this and can't keep the blind ponder without a mana on this turn. That's better, but I would have loved to be able to have the force will open and then just ponder next turn or something like that. Now we just have to hope that they can't do anything and they were reliant on the... Sadly, this looks like a breakthrough. Careful study. Basically the same effect, just a bit less all in. Double accurate, okay. Ooh, they didn't have a dredger. Now they do. And a bridge. Only a tug though, so they're not getting super deep. It's kind of interesting to get the young Pyromancer out, since it's a lot easier to have something die when you just get tokens with this. But I think it's just way too important to get a Dreadhorde Arcanist. Yeah, we gotta try to beat Ikarit ×2. Well, only 1 comes back now. I get 1 zombie, and basically we really need to get a bridge out of there. If they don't get go off, which it doesn't look like this far, but they might have another card draw spell in their hand. But if they don't really go off, we just have to get rid of their bridges and hope we can play a fair game against them, which sometimes we can. So they found a good dredger. I think this is a looting, yeah, so either a land or a draw spell is now very good for them. The therapy is not too worrisome. I may block if they attack here. I think I will. Like, I have a lot of creatures. I don't have a great way to get the lightning bolt something and get rid of their bridges now. That puts them up to 7 cards right now, though. No, the bridge gets exiled, so they're down to 6 cards in again. If they don't have anything to enable stuff in their hand, still delay this for a turn. I think that's our best way to get something going here. But I'm not sure about this one. It's gonna be rough in either way, however we do this. And I just noticed my sound was a bit up. If you heard a lot of echo from the game noise, that's because, well, my sound was up. Yay. That's fine. I shouldn't think this is good for me. Like, I don't know what they're gonna name here, but maybe they name Arcanus because I was so easily throwing away the first one, but I think they're gonna miss. Yeah. What did they name? Force or something? Yeah, Forcible.
Maar kleine zit er dat er een beetje in. Zodat het heel genoeg zijn.
Sorry for that. I'm back. No, we have a couple of folks over here, and I thought they were staying downstairs for a long while before they got up, and I had to start preparing food. But they got in here a bit early. But they had no problem with going downstairs and chilling for a bit longer before we started food. So. Let's see. In the meantime, they dredged a ton, and they have a Hogak. They're gonna discard some of my stuff. I should have F6'd earlier. Oh, I'm gonna do that now. So they're gonna have a Hogak. They have 2 Narcomoebas. Do they have any bridges? They have 1 bridge. Like, I'm thinking that if I draw Carcass here and bounce their Hogak, do I have a chance? That's just basically what I'm looking at. Like if I go Dread or Arcanus, bounce your Hogak. They're gonna have... some tokens. No, I don't think it. I'm gonna... There's any way I'm gonna get out of this. So this is not the matchup I want to see with my build. I'm pretty low in graveyard hate in the sideboard. I think it's definitely winnable. I mean, we just have a bunch of forcibles in our opening hand. So on the play, Daze is fine, all the forces are fine. We're just gonna try and counter their first couple of enablers. I don't think Seasoned Pyromancer is all that great. It's a bit slow, it doesn't fly over their zombies and stuff like that. I think I like Spell Piercer well. I like trimming a bit on the targeted removal. It's nice that you sometimes get to hit your own stuff. And remove their things, but I don't think it's good enough in general. So I'm definitely gonna bring in the surgicals, the relic. No rod is a consideration, mainly just for LED, but shutting off LED is very powerful. I like Hull Breacher, as it stops a bunch of their explosive cards, even though it only goes down on turn 3. If you get to force a will something and then prevent them from drawing cards with things, it can be good, and it's a threat. So, so if we bring these in, we're on 62 cards. I think I'm gonna trim a lightning bolt, and then what? That's the question. Pyromancer can be pretty good, trying to get it through some wider boards they have. Brazen Borer can be nice at interacting with them. Foragers is good as a follow-up to all these cards. So maybe just a Breacher that stays out. Because it's that slow. Maybe I just trim another Bolt or Cantrip because we don't have that much time. I'm trimming another Bolt here. I usually like keeping in a bit more than this because it's a good way to win a race when it's close, and when they start generating tokens, we might be able to finish them off with bolts, and it's a way to get rid of their bridges, but not too important. I think it's way more important that we try to keep them from doing their stuff in the first place. Ouch. This would be a great hand if we had blue sources. As is, Surgical is powerful and not game winning. Force of Will as a combination is good, but we need 2 blue for this, which we're gonna find if we ever find 1 land. On 7, I think this is a mulligan, but I also think it's very close. Yeah, and I'm gonna keep this. I think I'm gonna keep up Fluststorm on 1. Let's see. I don't have a cantrip for Dread Arcanist, so I can either Daze Fluststorm turn 1 and then have a Delver, or Delver Daze. Like, I think Fluststorm and Daze are both fine, but that means I don't use my Force of Negation. Or I get rid of the Dread Arcanist and keep all 3 of the counters and just play this on turn 2. I think Dread Arcanist helps me dig enough and close the game enough. If I do find a cantrip, it might be worth keeping it over the Force of Negation. Also get rid of the Delver. Keep the Dreadhorde. Just keep it all and get rid of a land. No. I'm gonna do it like this, but I'm not sure that's correct. They're looking to 5 cards. Yeah, maybe like if they went to 6, like if I knew they were going to 5, then I was more likely to keep the Force of Negation. Maybe the correct thing was just, if I'm not playing Delver on turn 1 because I want to Fluststorm, the correct thing may have been just to get rid of the Delver and then still have Force of Negation Days open in addition to the Fluststorm. A Line of Sanctity. It does. It interacts with a part of my relic. Other than that, it doesn't do anything, I believe. Yeah, it means I can't lightning bolt them out, but. So, them playing a Ley Line actually puts them down to 4 cards and makes me kind of want to just Delver. Like, if they have land, lines, and diamond, then I can't daze it anyway. And if they just have lines and diamond, I can daze it. If they have a land spell, I can probably daze it. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna Delver. I'm not sure this is correct, but because like either way, if they have a license and diamond, I'm not gonna be able to interact with these spells. Probably means I should have kept the Force of Negation and just. Oh yeah, I said I was going to counter that. Oh, this is bad. Well, luckily it didn't matter because they had 2, but yeah. I should have counted the first one, then they would have played the second one, and I would be screwed anyway. No, don't reveal the card, but I'm gonna draw it. Now the question is, like, if they discard a Fatal's Looting, in addition to their other stuff, they are gonna have 6 mana. It's gonna cost 3. If I daze first and Fluststorm, I can counter Fatal's Looting. That might be good enough. But they're gonna crack end of turn. with one of them, so they can start dredging. So they might just have 3 mana for days anyway if they don't have a land. Yeah, I think that the single days is probably good enough here that I just want to jam the Arcanist. Go with that. I do want to hide the Carcass, since there's a chance they use a couple of resources just to get the Hogak into play, since Blue-Red Delver usually can't beat Hogak, so if they go all in on that, it's usually pretty good for them. I'm gonna hide the Carcass and just use the fetch and do it like this. Hope I find a cantrip next turn. And I think I can just attack here. Like, I really want to find a cantrip, so it enables both of these. So they do have a Hogak, Shenanigans, and 3 mana in the upkeep. So if they don't have a land, which they don't, then I can counter. I think they flash back. And now they're just doing nothing. Well, they kept it without a dredger. What did they think the leyline was going to do? I'm not sure about this. Raisin Borer. Oh, I'd like to show him that, but it doesn't do anything. I'm just gonna run out the Carcass now. I can play the Raisin Borer if I want. I mean, I can bounce the leyline, but it doesn't do anything. It's just bad. So I'm just gonna keep this up. Maybe they expect me to have a lot of Torment scripts. I think that's their reasoning. I just happen to not have them. I think this is just too narrow if you don't know what they're on. Yeah. I'm just gonna run out the Raisin Borer because I need to get this game over with. Surgical. I don't really like showing it to them, but I think I'm not 100% likely enough to win this that I can just choose to not show it. Now what I do want to do, try to surgical them before the game is over. It's gonna be a tricky one, since I think there's a good chance that they just scoop if they don't find anything with their next draw. But I don't want to just throw away the surgical for nothing. Okay. So they got a Ugari Tug. I'm gonna surgical. And I hope they let me see their deck. Take a quick screenshot. I can look at it later. Make sure to remove it from the graveyard as well. So as like answers to graveyard hate, they brought in the leyline and Shenanigans, obviously, and in the rest of their deck they had nothing. So they had another leyline. So they brought in 2 leylines and a Shenanigans, expecting me to be on Torment scripts and relics, basically. So they didn't have anything else that I would necessarily need my no rod against. I mean, in this game it would have obviously been decent, but I actually think it was a mistake not bringing the Pyroblast on the play. On the draw they're a lot worse, but I think I should have had them in my deck on the play. Is there anything I see in their deck that makes me want to change what I'm doing other than that? No. The Pyroblast could be interesting. Like, some of the time it's a better Flusterstorm. Some of the time it's a better Spell Pierce. kills Narcomoebas randomly, or my own creature if I really need to. Days. Basically, if I force a will the first play, days could be good. It's also true for Pyroblast. Looking at what they have, maybe I just like Pyroblast over a Lightning Bolt. There's so few things that Bolt actually does, the Pyroblast doesn't. Like, I can kill the Nakamura on their draw step before anything else happens. If they don't have bridges. On the other hand, maybe I should just have more Lightning Bolts. Just getting rid of their bridges. If they don't have a super explosive draw, getting rid of their bridges is one of the best way to win a slower game. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this. We're just gonna try, hope they have like 1 or max 2 enablers and try to delver them out. Oh, they kept 6. It's unlikely that they're very low on enablers, but so if this is a Fatal's Looting, I'm happy I'm to Forceful Negation it. Yeah. And I'm gonna get rid of a Force of Will. And let's just hope they don't have 2 more enablers like they did in game 1. So I could preordain trying to find Daze or Wasteland. Like Daze would be pretty good probably. Or Surgical or Relic. Any of those cards. That might be stronger than casting the Delver here on the first turn. I think that's what I'm going to do. It's just so much more important to try to stop them over trying to get just a Delver going. So if I force a will, I'm fine with pitching the Brainstorm, but I can't really preordain plus Delver next turn because I have this mountain. I'm gonna bottom this and hope to draw something better. Like the Daze is great here, probably. Like they could have another land and a 1 mana spell, but I'm most afraid of them double spelling here. Which is where this could help. Ooh, maybe I get to Daze. Their second Fatal's Looting. Yeah. Actually, I was going to play the Delver this turn, but drawing the Pyroblast really wants me to wait another turn so I can eat the Pyroblast up with the mountain from next turn on. It makes just the number of enablers that they can have a lot less. Like and resolve. Definitely want to counter that one. The great 1 Pyroblast I put into my deck. It actually found a target. It was good here. My opponent's like, really? Come on. Yeah, really. Could have brainstormed here to try and find a blue card or something, but I think this is just better. I still hope I can snipe something with this Daze. And I might get to. Sorry, I'm laughing a bit because my opponent is getting a bit annoyed by the fact that I'm countering all his stuff. Yeah, I'm not gonna brainstorm here, but now we're getting tight on things to do. Like if my opponent has another enabler that I have to force a will, then I'm also out of gas. I would have loved to find something useful before this. Like if you have Dread or Arcanus, we got to dig a lot. What's it called? Assume they haven't enabled it yet. Hull breacher. Nope. At least that's pressure, I guess. Like, if I counter their next spell, they're rightfully gonna complain. But I might just let the Fatalist Looting resolve at this point. Like, oh, they're just gonna cast Stinkweed Imp to get it into the graveyard. I think it would have been better for them to Fatalist Looting. So it's a 1/2 death touch, right? Yeah. So next turn they're then gonna Fatalist Looting, which I'm gonna deny with my Hull Breacher. They're gonna try to get this to die, I guess. I really don't want to force a will Stinkweed Imp. I do think I'm casting this Hull Breacher now. Just to use my mana. I hoped they would Fatalist Looting, since then, like, it would still get them the Stinkweed Imp into the graveyard, but actually it would also give me a bunch of resources. Now I think I have to brainstorm just to see if I can find some graveyard aid. A wasteland. I think I'm gonna keep this. Well, I have to keep it, but I'm just trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with this. I think I'm gonna pitch the force. I'll pitch the force of will, or force of will to force of will. Probably the force of will to a force of will, and then keep the ponder on top. Spell pierce underneath it. Something like that. Just wasteland one of their Colosseums. I think I'm just gonna pass a turn. I want to find graveyard hate before I kill the Stinkweed Imp, I guess. Even though I don't have a lot of it. Yeah. I need to find something to do before I kill it. Because if I don't do that, I'm just enabling them. Like, either I need a bigger board, so I have like a 2-turn clock. Or I want something that actually interacts with them. I think Dreaded Arcanist is good enough here. Like, they can block it with a Stinkweed Imp and it dies, but then this lives. And that gives me another cantrip. Problem is that I don't have blue here, but I do have red for this then. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep this, because I really just want to get something going, and I think the Dread Arcanist helps with that, and then next turn I'm gonna attack with everything. I'm just gonna give them one more turn. It does still only deal 4 damage though. Everything. Maybe I should still just not attack. Like, they're gonna dredge 5. They don't have anything to re-dredge. So let's say that hits them in Narcomoeba and a bridge. That's still pretty slow, but they do get to kill, like, my Insecto Aberration. Gives them 4 damage. Yeah, I think I have to, I think that I can't, because I don't have a cantrip, I can't just hope to find something random. I'm gonna ponder here, because I really need to find something this turn, I think. So the relic is good here, the ponder is good here. I think I want to keep the ponder for the next turn. So what I'm gonna do is force negation, ponder, relic. don't shuffle. And then after combat, just crack my relic, exile both our graveyards. I think I could just shrink theirs. Like what if I let them? Yeah, I'm so close to killing them that normally I want to wait as long as I can. But this gives me another force, and they're so far away from doing anything here. No, I'm gonna pass. Keep spell pierce up or double force. Like I want to get the ponder into my graveyard for a Dreadhorde, but into spell pierce something here is just great. Maybe this relic rack was greedy, but I think I'm so far ahead here that this is good enough. Let's see. Either they're thinking or they're conceding, and my game is being slow. It's one of the two. Oh, I think they conceded. Right. That was a match against Dredge. We won it somehow. Well, basically by countering a lot of stuff, but yeah, we got there. See you guys for the last round. See you folks for the last round in EBIT.